Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Now, the life that exists on Earth is not only because of the water that is present, not only because of the warmth that the Earth has, but it is also because of the blanket of atmosphere that is present in and around us. Now, when we talk about the Earth, we see that Earth is at an optimal distance from the Sun. Now, because of the presence of atmosphere, the growth of life and nurturing and propagation of life is possible because of atmosphere. Now, you would question me that how is it? Atmosphere not only contributes for respiration and photosynthesis, but atmosphere is also responsible for maintaining optimal temperature of the Earth. Now, if you consider the Earth without atmosphere, then what would have happened? That during the daytime when the sun shines and rises, the temperature would have gone very high. Whereas during the night when there is no sunshine, the temperature would have fallen down. And because of this major fluctuation of temperature from a maximum to the minimum would have resulted in the perishing of life. So the objective of the activity is to show the rates of cooling temperature in different situations. So let's see what is the procedure for this activity. Record the temperature of the water, sand and the bottle in the lab. So we see that beaker A has 27 degree, beaker B is 27 degree and bottle C is 27 degrees Celsius. Keep the three containers in the bright sunlight for about 2 to 3 hours. So after 3 hours, we now measure the temperature in all the three cases. So after doing so, we find that after keeping in sunlight, beaker A is 33 degrees Celsius, beaker B 38 degrees Celsius and bottle C 27 degrees Celsius. Now again, after 1 hour, after keeping it in shade, now we measure the temperature in all the three cases. Beaker A is 29 degrees Celsius, beaker B is 27 degrees Celsius, whereas bottle C is 27 degrees Celsius. So you can very well understand and conclude that land or sand gets heated up faster than water. Land also loses heat faster than water. No temperature change occurs in vacuum condition. So what does the atmosphere do? The atmosphere tends to trap some heat radiation. So during the daytime, the atmosphere does not allow the entire sun rays to enter into the earth. Rather, it filters and allows only that which is beneficial for the life. And thus, the day temperature is not very hot. Similarly, during the night when there is no sun, the atmosphere or the composition of gases tends to trap some heat radiation, thereby keeping the night temperature comparatively warm. And thus, because of this, we find that there is always a maintenance of temperature on the earth, even during the daytime as well as during the night time. So we have found that there has been two major contributions of atmosphere on life. First, that it is responsible for carrying out the basic metabolic activities of respiration and photosynthesis in plants and animals. Second is, it is the reason why the earth is not too very cold or too very hot. Whereas if we make a comparison with any other planet like the Venus or Mars, then we find that the carbon dioxide comprises about 95 to 97%. And we know with such high content of carbon dioxide, life cannot exist. And you can imagine what would be the temperature range. It would be extreme. Now, the carbon dioxide that is present in the air can be fixed in two ways. What are they? The green plants convert carbon dioxide into glucose in the presence of sunlight. And we know that this process is known as photosynthesis. So we find that by the process of photosynthesis, the carbon dioxide that is present on the earth is being stabilized. The next is Many marine animals uses carbonates dissolved in the seawater to make their shells. We know that when there is heavy rainfall due to erosion or flooding, the surface of the earth gets washed out. And when this water gets washed, we find that many carbonates mixes with water and thus forms water-soluble carbonates, which are then utilized by the marine animals to make their shells. Okay, I hope this point is clear to you. So this is just to reiterate that the atmosphere keeps the average temperature of the earth fairly steady during the day and even during the night. It prevents the sudden increase in temperature during the daylight hours, and during the night hours as well. It slows down the loss of heat due to radiation into the space. So we find that it is trying to hold on and keep the temperature of the earth optimal so that the life can be nurtured and propagated. Whereas if you make a comparison with any other heavenly body, like the earth and moon are almost the same distance from the sun. But as moon has no atmosphere, the temperature ranges from minus 90 degrees Celsius to plus 110 degrees Celsius. So you can imagine that the day temperature is so high, whereas the night temperatures are very, very cold. So definitely with such variation, life cannot exist on moon. So now I hope you have got a glimpse and understanding of why atmosphere is so important for the existence of life.